Welcome to Ag Shorts. I'm Calen. With me is my father, Brandon. Today, we're talking about buying versus making lead ropes, the benefits, downfalls. Why do we make our lead ropes typically versus buying them?
Because I can.
Okay,
It's
good answer.
yeah. Well, and the problem with some store-bought lead ropes is that um, they're nice and pliable and real, you know, nice when they're brand new. But you get a little dirt on them, and you know what? You get wet, you got rain. When you're using them, you get dragged in the dirt a little bit at times, and then they get stiff, and they get so stiff they just almost stand out, and you can't tie a knot in them like you should. So getting a specific type of line is really, really hard sometimes. And manufacturers, they'll put out something that's really cheap or not very strong. Is another issue. You get a really well looking large three twisted cotton rope, and they're garbage. They'll break, snap easily. So I get some stuff that's very, very strong, and then I put in the end knots, braid them back myself, and put in an eye splice. And I can do a really tight eye splice, so you can put something in there, a snap, whatever snap you want to put in there, and whatever length you want. So for a decent price, I shouldn't say they're cheaper because they are not. When you're buying decent rope, and that's the expense. That rope can be pretty dang pricey, and it's good rope, but they stay limber and pliable, and you can tie a knot in those things for years. And I've actually had clients, I've supplied them with a lead rope and a halter with a new horse, and some of them got their own stuff, but um, when we do that, I don't usually send them with junk. I'll make a nice lead rope for them, just as a kind of a thank you and a courtesy. And I've had them, a number of them, want me to make more lead ropes for them, and they're paying more than what you buy in a store. And some of them are very generous, but they love those lead ropes because they don't break. You'll break the snap before you break them, and you can always
That's
replace
true.
the snap. So, and I like using those winch snaps. Um, Bull snaps are they're pot metal. These winch snaps will hold a lot of weight, a huge amount of weight, and you'll stretch them out sometimes, or it can happen, or they break on the gate of the snap. But the way I build them, you just slip that out of there and put a new one in, and 30 seconds you've got a brand new snap on a still a good rope.
Well, and the other thing too, I think you talked about it, it's the material first off, but then
Yep.
also just knowing what to get and how to make it. The big thing to kind of support your statement there's we've had long lead ropes that we use for our colts or our foals in the
Yeah.
spring that we let them drag it around for anywhere between 7 to 14 days. They're dragging that lead rope around and they've lasted years. Now,
Well,
is
and
it a short period of time? Yeah, but it's still
yeah.
they still last a long period of time.
Well, and that was a special rope that we got because it's real light. It's not like a lead rope. That's like a actually it was crabbing rope from
Mm,
it's seafaring rope that your grandpa found, picked up, and that stuff wears. Oh my God, does it wear?
yeah,
It's hard to work with, but we're not it because it is a little stiffer when it gets wet and drugged through the dirt, which we want these colts to do, but it's only about like lariat size. It's like
right.
little 3/8 inch rope, and you know it's a challenge to be able to tie a knot onto the end of those. It's not easy, but once you get it done, yeah, we've used those ropes for, oh my God, 12, 15 years. And
Right.
and you're right, they don't get used every day. They're uh, you know, several weeks. Yeah, I might get 6 weeks of worth of use out of them, but you drag a rope for 6 weeks a year, that's a lot of wear. Potential is a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of wear there for them, and you can make those snaps real small for those colts and fit it to their size. And away you go.
Well, that's us with buying versus making lead ropes.